Here's an example of a roast. On the landing page, everything is pretty clear. So I see a quick example of what this is about, and I see that the smartest and easiest way to collect user feedback, I can easily see this straight away. So easily collect bug reports and feedback to make users fall in love. And I can start a free trial, or I can just try it out straight away from here, which is really cool. This is the widget itself. So if I can click, I can see the widget straight away, which is really beautiful. And I can pretty much just leave some feedback right here. I can even see a roadmap straight from here. So as we see here, fly with your Tesla coming up, or really nice humor from the founder. There's also this try it out. So if I did not see it, for some reason from here, I can look at it without even opening. So there's a lot more opportunities for me to learn about the product. I can see what it integrates with. I can see how it compares with other products. So really nice job done. There's a wall of love here. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. But what I'm going to pay attention to is this connect faster than you can blink. So create an account, start in a free trial, copy plus paste your code, easy as 1, 2, 3, collect feedback, start right away. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to be looking at for this product is it truly that easy to add this widget? What kind of work do I need to do to make it happen? So that's what I care about for this product, because I see that it's supposed to be very easy. Start your free trial. Okay, perfect. So I'm here on the registration page. There's no social login. So people expect nowadays to be able to sign up with pretty much one click. This is nice here, but I feel like it's a missed opportunity to remind the person who signs up, to remind them what they're going to get, either through a testimonial or by using or showing the widget straight away. I mean, a screenshot of the widget, or maybe even like the interactive demo of the widget, showing it somewhere here. Okay, so there's a second step here, and it's letting me install, it's telling me to install the widget, right? What tech does your website use? Okay, so yeah, this is pretty cool. Really nice here to basically show me exactly what I need to do to install this. But there's also this HTML option. Let's check it out. So you just put this, and then I can either use a custom button, or can just let a floating button, that floating button that we've seen from there. There is something here that I've seen on a different application which be extremely useful, is again, let me see the widget, and maybe let me even interact with it. Maybe let me customize it a little bit, because there is customization of the widget that you can have. So let me play with the widget itself. And then once they're done, it's like, awesome, go ahead and install your widget. This is when it would make sense to have this widget installation. So I do 1 or 2 extra steps to this onboarding, just to make people feel like, okay, they've got their own widget, they created their own widget, even though like they just briefly customized it. They would, once they took this step, they're much more likely to activate. But even this, the fact that this step is asking for you to install this widget right now, this is a very good step to activate people. So you ask them to take one of like the most important actions, because here's the thing. If I don't end up installing this widget on my website, there's no way I'm going to become a paid subscriber, a paid customer, right? I'm just going to let this, I'm going to look around a little bit, and then I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to close this. But we do want to get people more involved in the process, in the widget itself, before asking them to install. And the reason why we want to do this is because asking them to install right now, here's the thing. I don't know what exactly the widget is going to look like if I install it right away. I've seen it here in the demo, but are they always dark? I see dark or light mode. What am I going to get? Am I going to get the dark or the light mode? And I'm seeing here that it's customizable. I don't know what kind of customizations it has, or if this demo widget has been customized or not, right? So yeah, that step actually doesn't even have to be 2 different steps. Right? So this step here would be the 3rd step. And then the 2nd step would be, we show the widget. We say that, hey, we created this widget for you. Go ahead and make any customizations that you want. So we would have all those customization options that we have right here. And then we click on the next, we click next, and then we see this step of being able to install it. I believe that by adding that extra step, the activation or the amount of people that are going to take this widget and put it on their website is going to improve significantly. So let's take the next step, start using Feedefy. Okay, this is good. The dashboard is beautiful, of course. We have this nice nudge here to upgrade, right? So I can pick. Very nice with the pricing and all this stuff. This is really beautiful. You can even see, how much you're going to be charged. Like, there's no questions here. Like, everything is just beautiful in this case. Going back to the dashboard itself, I see a cold start problem here. So it's empty. So what I would do here in this case is create a fake. So I'm seeing here in feedback. So I have an issue ID or feedback. So what I would do is I would create just one is enough. But there are two things that I actually want to do here. One, I would create one fake feedback that you see straight away when you end up here on the dashboard. And of course, the chart would also show that there's one feedback, right? So let's say I'm just going to create a test feedback right here, just so we would see what that looks like. Okay. So let's go over here and we see that we have an issue, right? So that's what we want the user to see. First thing I want them to see. When there's a new feedback created through the widget, the user, the owner of the project, receives an email. Now, what we want to do is, in a few minutes after they've ended up here on this page, maybe 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe even an hour, it really has to be a test to figure out exactly how long we need to wait. But we need to kind of like create another fake feedback. Maybe this time it could be not an issue, but an idea or a feedback, right? Just create another one that would also trigger that email. What this does is this reminds the user pretty much right, like soon after they've created an account, maybe they installed the widget or maybe they didn't, but they would see an email and they'd be like, so that's what's happening. They're going to click and that's how you bring them back into the product. And maybe this time they're going to be more compelled to go and install the widget. But those two things, the update to the onboarding and the fake, that's something that will increase activations significantly. So now let me tell you how I work with Roast My SaaS. So what you do is you book a roast, you make the payment with your card, and once that is successful, you will be taken to a form that you just need to fill out. Questions are things like what your ICP is, what problem you're solving for them, some data about your traffic so that I can understand where you currently stand. And within just 48 hours, I will send you a video where I'll start by going through your answers, where I will talk about what my expectations are based on what I see from your answers to that form. And then I'm going to open your landing page. I'll go through it. I'll see, first of all, if the landing page is telling me what you told me in the form. And then I'll go through the sign-up flow, through the onboarding, or maybe you have a product tour. Essentially, I'll just go through your application in full, and I'll tell you the mistakes that you're making that prevent users from activating. So that's after they sign up until they take a meaningful action. I will tell you the mistakes that you're making that prevent your activated users from becoming paid customers. In the end, what this is going to do is it will increase your MRR, or some of these suggestions will just be on a strategic perspective. So is your product getting your users to that aha moment where they clearly see the value, or is it just simply telling them everything that you have without them understanding what they're going to gain from using your product? I've seen lots of founders just adding a product tour and calling it a day, or recording a video and expecting people to just watch that video and then become a paid customer. This is not going to happen. So there's a very strategic way, depending on what your product does, there's a very strategic way to get people through that flow and into becoming a actual paid customer of your product. And the reason I'm actually obsessed with the onboarding flow, the product itself, is because maybe you're spending a lot of effort and even money on bringing people into your product, and they're not converting, they're not becoming a paid customer. So in the end, you may just give up, when with some tweaks and some improvements, you could have made it work and turned this into a successful product that makes your dream come true. So if you'd like to book a roast, go ahead and do it. I'll be happy to help you out. But if not, I hope you found some value here and you got some ideas on how to improve your own onboarding and overall product. You can learn a lot by just studying other products and thinking about why they made certain decisions. But if you want specific advice for your product, go ahead and book a roast, and I'll meet you on the other side.